Hi everyone, Arina here. Welcome to my channel. Simple lifestyle tips to improve your well-being. That is the topic that I'm going to discuss today. Let's go. To begin with, today's tips are not taken from a textbook. They're actually things that I personally apply in my everyday routine that help me achieve my current state when I feel the healthiest I've ever been. All the things that I'm going to mention today is definitely something that you've heard before. But this time I would like you to actually listen, and if there is something that you're not doing out of these things that I've mentioned, try, give it a go for a week or two and see. Number one tip, use less of your electronic devices. Sounds easy, not easy to do. Raise your hand if you have a constant habit of checking your phone. I do that all the time. I am on most social media and I'm always curious what's really happening. What I realize that I am spending way too much time looking at my phone. Electronic devices, if you use them a lot, if you use them constantly, they make you much more tired than you normally would be. 3 ways to minimize the usage of electronic devices are very simple. Number 1, don't use your mobile phone 1 or 2 hours before you go to sleep. A lot of us are used to scrolling the phone before we fall asleep. That's not helpful for your brain at all, because you're supposed to be preparing it for sleep and you're supposed to be resting your mind, but instead of that, you're just giving it more information that is absolutely unnecessary sometimes. Number 2, avoid having your phone in your bedroom when you go to sleep. That is a tricky one because most of us are using our mobile phones for the morning alarm. What I did is I purchased an alarm clock that I keep in my bedroom. So instead of bringing my phone into my bedroom, I leave it in the living room to charge overnight, and in the morning the alarm clock wakes me up. I don't care if anyone calls me or anyone messages me or if I get any notifications. I don't really need that. All I want is to get a nice, healthy, long sleep. And lastly, try to not use your phone when you eat. Focus on your food, focus on the amazing taste, on the quality of it, on the quantity of it, whatever it is. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but sometimes when you're very much into your phone and you eat, afterwards when you finish your meal, you think, did I really eat? I'm just not feeling 100% fulfilled. That is why when you eat, you have to focus on your food, and that's it. I mean, you're only eating for like 10 minutes or so. So it's not a big deal to not use your phone in that time. Number 2, drink your water. Everyone knows that we have to drink water, right? We've all heard that. Everyone is talking about it. If you're a water drinker already and you do that all the time, you keep yourself hydrating, bravo. If you're struggling to drink, there are certain ways how you can help yourself with that. If you don't like the taste of water, put lemon in it, put a few strawberries in there, put some mint, put some cucumber, add a little bit of flavor in there. Also, you could set yourself, let's say, reminders on your phone every hour to sip some water, and eventually by the end of the day you will finish the amount that you're supposed to. I always drink a glass of water with lemon in the morning, every morning. So because I know that I have to drink a certain amount of water during the day, to make sure that I reach that amount, I usually like to drink 2 or 3 glasses of lemon water in the morning, roughly half an hour before my breakfast. And then I know that that's already a decent amount of water that I drank today. I try to do the same thing during the day, and I really try to keep myself hydrating, and I recommend that you do that as well. Number 3, try taking cold showers. I have suggested it to several of my friends. A few of them gave a go and were not really thrilled with it. I am a person who is constantly feeling cold. So for me to start taking cold showers daily was a challenge. And I actually surprised myself because after a week, I was so used to doing it. Now it's been, I would say, 4 or 5 months, and it's the best thing ever. And I do that twice a day. I take cold shower in the morning and in the evening when I take nice warm shower to rinse off my stress that I've gained throughout the day. I finish it with cold water. If you're the type of person who most of the time tends to feel cold, like myself, actually taking cold shower helps you to warm up, because when you finish with that cold water, your body temperature starts activating, if that makes sense. And another really nice thing about taking a cold shower is that you feel so fresh and so clean afterwards. You feel like you are not able to sweat. It's a really nice and pure feeling. What I recommend, if you think that it's a little bit too extreme to start with a cold shower, start taking a warm shower and then change it into a cold one once you feel that your body is kind of ready for it. Tip number 4, exercise. Everyone knows that exercise is healthy, right? Duh, come on. Does everybody do that? Probably not. When it comes to exercise, it doesn't actually mean that you need to physically go to the gym. There are so many different ways in which you can stay active. Even trying to reach 10 or 20,000 steps a day is already a very good achievement. If you're just going to be walking a lot, that's a very good exercise for your body. Any kind of exercise, it stimulates your metabolism and has so many benefits. When you actually start doing that all the time, you feel so healthy. And then when you have a little bit of a setback, when you feel like you just want to be a little bit lazy for a week or two, you start feeling a little bit upset because you miss being active. There's so many different things that you can do. Try yoga, you can try jogging. If jogging is too much, try walking. If you want, go to the gym, go to a nice class, go to a HIIT training. There's so many things that you can do. Just make sure that you try to stay active for most of your days. You can, of course, have a few days off. That's absolutely normal. Sometimes we're not feeling well. Sometimes the weather is underwhelming, or it's too hot or it's too rainy. You know, it happens. It's absolutely fine. Simply remember, you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for someone else. You're doing it for your own benefit to feel better. Tip number 5, don't bring stress from your work back home. I used to stress about work a lot because I'm a perfectionist and I always wanted to be the best in whatever it is that I was doing. And whenever something didn't go well at my workplace, I would feel really stressed simply because such a minor situation happens at work that makes you feel a little bit unpleasant. Doesn't mean that you have to be upset about it. It will all be fine. Come home. This is your happy place. Relax. Forget about your work. Think about your work when you're there. Don't bring it home. Tip number 6, very, very, very important one. Surround yourself with people who make you feel happy and comfortable. I tried so many times to maintain friendships or relationships that were absolutely useless. Do not force yourself into friendships. Sometimes you meet someone and you heard such good feedback about that person because everyone has been telling you how nice and how friendly and how fun he or she is, but you meet that person and you simply don't click, and that's absolutely fine. You cannot click with everyone. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It also happens that, you know, you had a friend a few years back and now you're feeling that you probably should keep in touch because you used to be friends, but it just doesn't work the same way as it used to. You don't have to pressure yourself into that kind of friendship. If you feel that you're not really keen on talking to that person, simply don't. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If that person really wants to keep in touch with you, they will. And if you feel that, you know, yeah, why not? Go for it. But if someone is not reaching out to you and you feel like you don't really want to, it's very simple. You don't have to. And lastly, tip number 7, love yourself. I'm not really talking here about accepting yourself the way you are. Of course you should. But here I'm talking more about loving yourself as in general, which means taking care of yourself. You know, sometimes you really want something, you're really craving something, but you think, yeah, maybe I shouldn't. Well, you know what? You should. You know, maybe it's that book that you really wanted for a long time. Go and get it. Perhaps you have been following a very, very healthy lifestyle for a month or two, and now you just feel like you really, really want that nice eclair. Have it. It doesn't mean that you're not healthy anymore. I'm not talking here about exceeding your credit card limits or taking some ridiculous loan to buy yourself something that you obviously cannot afford. I'm talking about small things. Surround yourself with things that please your eye or that are useful and you actually think that you're going to enjoy it. Maybe you really wanted to buy that silk pajama that is like £100 worth. Yes, it is expensive, but if it makes you comfortable while sleeping because it helps you to regulate your body temperature, do it. You're just going to appreciate it eventually. It's those little small things that help you feel better. If you think that there is this one small thing that can make you feel slightly happier, go ahead and get it. Go ahead and do it. Whatever it is, it all begins within you. Just try it. Just go for it. So those were my basic 7 tips for the improvement of your well-being. I really hope that you found this useful. And if you haven't been trying certain things that I have mentioned previously just yet, go ahead and do it and see how it works out for you in a week or two or within a month. Some people need more time, some people need less. You're more than welcome to leave a comment or send me a message in case you have any questions or if there's something else you would like me to talk about. I wish to all of you a nice day and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye!